Hi guys, this is my first time doing a voiceover like this. I hope it's clearer than my previous YouTube videos. So today we're going to start with an outdoor training session just using body weight. Now what you see me and my partner doing over here is called a dynamic warm-up. Now a dynamic warm-up it's supposed to mobilize your joints, your muscles, your blood circulation, and warm up the body and prepare it for the workout that's about to be done. So, this kind of dynamic warm up is far more effective than static stretch because static stretch has been researched and has been proven to reduce strength and performance during a weight training session or resistance training session. So, with that being said, a far more effective way to warm up the body prior to starting your training is this sort of dynamic warm up. So, what this dynamic warm up does is, besides mobilizing the joints, getting your blood circulating more efficiently, warming up the body, is it also pre-activates the muscles that's going to be worked. So as you can see, I started with the legs and then hips, and then by moving the legs in certain manners, I'm activating the leg muscles, I'm activating the glutes muscles, I'm mobilizing the joints, the hip region, the groin region, and as you can see from this now, I'm mobilizing the shoulder joints, which also activates the chest muscles at the front, the shoulder muscles above the chest, and what you can see I'm doing here next is activating the back portion of the shoulders. By also bending forward like that, I'm also activating the lower back to come into play, so that it's ready to do the workout more efficiently. And you can see now I'm doing sort of reaching down and then standing upright. This warms up the spine, not spine for as in it warms up that spine, but it warms up the spine erector muscles, which is the lower back muscles. So this is also a good prevention strategy, injury prevention strategy. So it will prevent you from pulling a muscle during your training. So what you can see here is I go into a deep squat, and then I'm raising my hips up while my hands is planted on at the feet. So what this does is it warms up the hips, the hamstrings. When you raise up the hips like that, you can feel a nice stretch on the hamstrings. So, but this is not the same as a static stretch. So the variance is this is done with movement, because during your training there's going to be movement. So it's good to move the body into preparation into your training. So immediately after this, we started our training with walking lunges. Simple body weight, just walking 20 steps down in one direction and then walking 20 steps back in the other direction, the opposite direction back again. So this exercise trains the leg muscles, trains the core. You really feel the burn on this, and it's good to start with legs being the biggest muscle group in the body. Okay, now legs being the biggest muscle group for the body, I opted to do two separate exercises. So the next exercise, what you see here, is called step ups. Very simple. Use any type of staircase or step platform. As you can see here, I'm using whatever that's available at the park. So what I do here is I do 20 steps on the right leg, and then after 20 is done, I shift over to the left side, start with the left side, 20 So it's 20-20 each side. So forgot to mention lunges. It was 20 steps down, 20 steps back. That is equivalent to 1 set. So I did 3 sets of that. So you guys can start with 1 to 3 sets. So depending on your fitness level. So as for the step ups, similar. I do 1 set and then proceed to do 2 and then the 3rd set. So depending on your fitness level. So sometimes when I feel better, I'll do up to 6 sets. So it depends. So this was for me a medium intensity day. So I just opted for 3 sets of just body weight. So legs being the biggest muscle group in the body is it requires more attention. So today's program, I do 2 leg exercises, and the rest of the body parts just one exercise. So the next exercise, the next biggest body part muscle in the body is the back. So this exercise targets the back muscles. As you can see, this is not an easy exercise. I've been practicing this for quite some time, hence I'm able to do it. Now if you guys are not able to do this, what you guys can do is you guys can do an inverted row. So Google inverted row and you can get some ideas from there. So this one I'm only able to do 6 to 8 reps, and I think I did 8 reps here. Yeah, 8 reps, 3 sets. And the next I go back to the legs, but this time I'm giving more attention to the calf muscles. So with this exercise, what I'm targeting is the both part of the calves, the soleus, which is the underlying muscles of the lower leg, and the gastrocnemius. The gastrocnemius is what you can see visible in this video. It is like the diamond shape. That is the gastrocnemius. So I'm targeting both muscles. The way I'm targeting both the muscles are by bending the knees. So when you bend the knees, the soleus muscles comes into play a bit more. So when you straighten the knees and perform this exercise, when I say straighten and bend, I just mean slight bend. When you straighten the legs into a lock, semi-lock, I wouldn't say super lock, semi-lock position, you're targeting more on the gastrocnemius. So by bending it, you're able to recruit the soleus muscles as well. Now being a body weight exercise is quite easy, so I opted to do 20 reps times 3 sets. So each leg you do 20 times 3 sets, and the other leg 20 times 3 sets. So again, moving from the leg muscles to the back, and then now back to the leg muscles, because you want to target the big muscles at the beginning of your workout, otherwise you feel very tired to do it at the end. So the next exercise is dips. So this is very straightforward. This is the last exercise. The dips targets the triceps, the chest, the shoulders. So being a body weight exercise for me is quite easy, so I opted for 20 reps for 3 sets. So the chin-ups just now, what you saw was for the back. So what you saw in this today's routine is 5 different exercises targeting the legs, the back and calves, and then the chest. So start with the warm-up as what you've seen, and then proceed to do them. Alright guys.